Hi everyone, Fenris Models here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic Park Explorer from Lindberg in the big 1/20th scale. Now, usually I don't like doing two unboxing videos in a row. I had every intention of having an actual build video for y'all today, but that kind of fell through. And at least partially because this right here arrived a little bit sooner than I was expecting it to, so I figured why not, we would just go ahead and get this one reviewed, and hopefully maybe you'll see this coming up here soon on the channel as well. So yeah, anyway, as you can see here, it is 1/20th scale. I do think it's funny that they're saying that it's big 1/20 scale, but you know, I guess that's a little bit bigger than the 1/24 that you usually see cars in. I don't I don't know, but I thought that was funny. So anyway, you can see here that it is a skill level 2. If I remember correctly, Lindberg at this time had skill levels 1 through 3, and they were relatively better oriented than just number of parts. So, you know, I guess we'll say that this is a middle of the road difficulty kit. You can actually see too that the box has kind of faded a little bit. You can see where there at one point was a price sticker on the shrink wrap that blocked the sun from fading out the front of the box. But anyway, so, and on the sides we have just more photos of the completed kit. Here it says that it will be over 9 inches long when it's completed. So, and then on this side, it does say that we have an opening hood. There's the chassis, chrome-plated parts, detailed engine, vinyl tires, detailed interior, high-gloss plastic. Again, these are all kind of things that we do expect from automotive models these days, but I was young at the time, so I couldn't tell you if it was all that big of a deal back then as well, but I don't know, maybe it was. I'm not going to pretend that it was. I'm not going to pretend that it wasn't. So anyway, yeah, so how about we pop this open and take a look on the inside. Alright, so first we're going to take a look at the instructions, as we usually do. Here we do have the important read this information, you know, look at all the instructions, test fit, don't blame the kit, you know, scrape all the paint before you cement it, blah blah blah. We got all of our little iconography and their definitions there. And here we have and here at the bottom we do have our call out. We have gloss black, aluminum, non-buffing, wood, flat black, and chrome silver. I'm a little surprised it's leaving yellow off this list. I'm guessing that they're assuming you're just going to leave it in the plastics color. As much as yellow can be a pain in the rear to paint, I don't know that I recommend that. Although it isn't, we'll take a look at it in a minute, but it's not a bad yellow. So, and for this we have a triple fold out sheet, so it's kind of big here, so we'll kind of go through. But we do start off with the engine. Again, this kind of does something similar to the to Revell in the sense of how it kind of gives you the numbers, and then you have to flip back to the front to look at what the numbers for the colors are. But I think the difference here is that it's just that. It's not, you know, going back pages and pages. But anyway, so we have the engine, and then start to work on the chassis, installing that there, finishing off the engine portion there. And then we have building the interior, assembling all of the outer part of the body, and then attaching the body. And here on the back side we have finishing that off. Again, more of the body work. Last little bit there, and then we start doing some decals for the engine bits. I feel like these all would be a little bit better to put on. Some of them maybe to put on before you install the engine in there, so I'm going to take a look and, you know, I may do that a little bit differently. It seems like some of those might be kind of hard to get to, but we'll see. And then the last of our decals. not too terribly bad of a build. And then here we got our decals. So we don't have to worry about painting those stripes on. They provide it as one whole decal. We'll see how well they do, considering that these were from 1994. However, so this box, when I bought it, it was still shrink wrapped. So it's not terribly surprising that we're not seeing too much yellowing of the decal. Actually, no yellowing whatsoever of the decals. So, but we have our truck number, and then here's all those tiny parts for the engines, or tiny decals for the engines, I should say, our dashboard, etc. So I will say that it does look like, I can't tell if the Jurassic Park is out of register or not. I'd have to look, but I'm pretty certain that the red line should be perfectly on the inside, and like if you look at the P right there, the red is touching the black. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not terrible off register. Nothing else really is popping up on that. It's literally just that portion that jumps out to me. So it's not bad. Those aren't bad decals. Maybe not the best, but not bad. And then this was just kind of funny. I'm sure this is gonna be a little bit of a nostalgia trip for some of us. But here we have for $9.95. The offer expired, in 1995. But to get a how-to VHS on basic modeling, step-by-step video instructions with Lindberg kits, and you could mail this in with a check, money order, or your credit card number, and they would bill you and send you the VHS. And here are some of their other VHS stuff, and I can tell you right now, you can find all of these on YouTube because I have watched them all on YouTube. So, especially this one right here, which was actually kind of a fun video. It's about how to put yourself into the photographs with your model. So that was his model truck, and then he photoshopped himself in. But this was like from 1995, so Photoshop wasn't really a thing. So it was a very interesting video. I'll put it that way. So on to the Sprues. Now, similarly to the McLaren, I have a few that I'm going to keep in the bags for safety purposes, and the other ones that it's not a big deal if they're out. So we're going to start with this one. Focus back in. So we have the hood and firewall, our bumpers, the grill, and the lights. Again, so it's interesting that these are not chrome. A lot of times they would be chrome, but I guess not here. That's why they included chrome in the colors, I guess. So we got our rims, some engine pieces. Here we got more of the engine. Again, similarly, I'm not going to try to say what these are. I know that is a fan of some kind. I think I know that's a belt. That's about as best as you're going to get out of me here. This is a curious piece. It's seeing 19 down there, 30, 12, 3L, 4R, which implies that there might be something missing. Whew. Well, I'll have to look into that. Here we have the spare tire, our the brake calipers, our internal rims, the dashboard, some of our suspension pieces. Got some good detail in on there. I mean, it's not amazing, but that's really not bad. It's a little bit more than I was expecting, so I'll probably have some fun with that one, painting all that up. Here we have some more suspension pieces. Drivetrain, drive shaft, I don't know. Here we have, not sure what that is exactly, but we have the steering wheel, so I'm assuming that's internal bit of some kind, a bumper, and back of our seats. Here we have the grill and the, are those floodlights? I think they're, some kind of fog light, something. more of the light pieces, and it looks like, I mean, obviously you can see all of this is flash right here. It does look like there is a little bit of flash around some of the parts as well. Nothing out of the ordinary for Lindberg, to be honest. Not too surprised. Nothing too bad to, you know, it's not going to be horribly bad to fix. So then we got our front seats and the console, windshield wiper, and then finally the body base. Chassis? Oh. Next, we do have our clear parts. We have a sprue of plain clear, and we do have a sprue of red clear. And so those will be for our brake lights, which I appreciate that they did that way. I know that some companies will just opt to just let you paint it clear red, give it clear, and let you use clear red on it, but I appreciate that they did not. Then there's also this set of clear parts, which are, you know, slightly tinted as the vehicle's windows would be. And then finally, actually, yeah, so there's the body, but it does look like the internal part is hanging out in there, and that may be part number 19 that we were missing on the one sprue. I'll have to take a look at that and get back with you and let you know. Oh, and that was not finally. I had missed. We have 4 vinyl tires. Looks like it's mostly filled through with the rubber, but you will, or the vinyl I should say, and then you'll just kind of clip on the rims. So that's a interesting way to do it. And indeed, it does look like this is that missing part. We have 2 gates, and we do have a gate mark on both sides, and again 2 down here, and 2 gate marks there. So I think everything is indeed here. So that is good to know. And there we have it. The Jurassic Park Explorer 1/20th scale from Lindberg. I am very much looking forward to this kit. This has been a dream kit of mine for a while. It's one that I had wanted to do when I was younger and never got the chance to. And you know, by now you guys well know my affinity for dinosaurs and Jurassic Park. So, but I could only ever find it for about $200 USD before shipping. Every so often I'd see it for under 150. I was able to get this one with shipping for just over $80 USD, which I know is still kind of a lot for a 1/20th scale vehicle, but this has kind of become a collector's set. Oh, and this was shrink wrapped, so I did open this specific for this video because I am planning on buying it. It's, even if it's a collector piece, I think that it's cooler to have a collector's item that you've then built and have on your shelf and got to say, yes, I got to build that collector's item, than it is to have it just sitting in shrink wrap and going, yeah, I got it over there, but I'm not going to do anything with it. Like, that just feels lame to me, personally. You know, especially something like this. So I am planning on building it, and I am super excited to do so. It is not going to be taking precedent over my current order of videos. As I said, I do have the McLaren that's coming up. I am going to be getting the Machine and Krieger stuff built first, and I actually have a diorama that I'm working on that I will do a video on that one before I get around to doing a video for this one. But I got behind on things, and so this came in and I wanted to share it, and yeah, so here we are. And yeah, I'm super excited about this, if you can't tell. I hope you guys are excited to see this built up as well. But until then, stay safe and keep modeling. Thank you to my gift set tier patron, Callie Bear.